They say Ashwood Forest, better known as the Hollow, has its own ghost. A girl named Lydia, left waiting in the 1970s, who never came back out of the trees. Locals whisper she still wanders there, calling to anyone who dares to speak her name. This is what happened when I went in to find the truth, and what followed me back out. Welcome to the Pale Watcher. If you love chilling urban legends and true horror stories, hit subscribe and turn on the bell, because what you're about to hear, you won't forget. I've been obsessed with urban legends since I was a kid, but this is the first time one feels like it might eat me alive. The place is called Ashwood Forest, though locals just call it the Hollow. Every small town has its boogeyman, but Ashwood's story always stuck with me. A girl named Lydia who vanished in the 1970s after her boyfriend left her waiting at the edge of the woods. They say she walked into the trees looking for him and never came back. Now, people claim she wanders the forest, pale and silent, latching onto anyone foolish enough to speak her name. That's exactly what my project's about, documenting these kinds of myths. Real people, real stories, and the creepy way folklore hangs around long after the facts are gone. So here I am, alone, parked by the gravel turnout with a backpack full of gear and a GoPro strapped to my chest. I half expect to see other thrill seekers out here, but the road is empty. The town itself was like a ghost. Diners with their blinds drawn, gas stations where the clerk wouldn't meet my eye. When I asked about the Hollow, the only response I got was silence, or in one case, a muttered, "Don't go in at night." I told myself that's exactly what makes the footage valuable. The more reluctant the locals, the richer the story. The forest itself is different, not just old or quiet, but watchful. Every branch seems bent just slightly toward the trail, as though listening. The air is thick and wet, though the weather report said clear skies. 10 minutes in, I stop and record my intro. Okay, this is day 1 in Ashwood Forest. Locals say Lydia still walks here. If you hear her voice, you're not supposed to answer. If you see her face, you're already too late. My voice sounds stupid, shaky. I laugh it off, but my skin prickles. Another 15 minutes, and I swear the path has doubled back on itself. I find the same fallen log I filmed earlier, except now there are footprints in the mud next to it. Small ones, barefoot. I crouch down, trying to get a close-up, when a voice cuts through the trees. "Don't!" I whip around, nearly dropping the camera. A man stands about 20 feet away, leaning on a walking stick. His jacket is torn, his beard gone patchy with gray. He looks like he hasn't slept in a year. "You filming?" he asks. "Yeah, I'm working on a project. Just collecting stories about the Hollow." His face goes pale at the name. "Then you're already in trouble." I try to laugh it off, but he won't break eye contact. His voice drops to a whisper. "She waits for people like you. Every time someone comes looking, she gets closer." Before I can ask what he means, he turns and limps down a side trail, disappearing into the trees without another word. I'm still standing there, trying to convince myself he was just some local nut, when my GoPro playback catches something my eyes didn't. Right after he spoke, there was a shape behind him in the frame. A pale, thin figure standing way too close. And it doesn't move when he does. I don't sleep that night. I keep replaying the clip, zooming in until the pixels blur. The man is clear. The figure behind him, too tall, too still, just stands there. No face, no features, only the outline of a dress that looks wrong for the decade we're in. I tell myself it's a glitch, a trick of the light, maybe even a tree trunk, but my gut knows better. By morning, I've convinced myself I need more. If I leave now, I'll never know the truth, and worse, I won't have a story. So I pack up and head back into Ashwood Forest. The woods are louder today. Birds shriek overhead, and the branches creak like bones shifting in their sockets. The path narrows until I'm ducking under limbs that claw at my jacket. The deeper I go, the more I notice rules, little things. The trail markers are painted red, but sometimes, between two blinks, they turn black. Mushrooms grow in neat circles that weren't there yesterday. And at least twice, I hear footsteps behind me, but when I turn, there's nothing. I whisper into the mic. "It feels like the forest is leading me somewhere." By dusk, I reach the clearing. It looks like an old campfire site. Stones blackened with ash, logs rotted into the ground. My GoPro battery is dying, so I switch to my handheld. That's when I hear it. A girl's voice. Soft, barely louder than the breeze. "Will you wait with me?" Every nerve in my body locks up. My first thought is that it's some local playing a prank. But the air, it's wrong. Colder, sharper, like a freezer door just opened. "Please," the voice says again, closer this time. I raise the camera. My hand shakes so bad the footage is probably useless. But through the lens I see her. A girl in a white dress, skin pale as moonlight. Her hair hangs wet down her shoulders, and her face, God, her face doesn't stay still. 1 second, she looks like a teenager. Next, her features melt into something gray and swollen. Eyes empty sockets that stare right through me. "Will you wait with me?" she asks again, head tilting too far to one side. Bones crack as she moves. I remember the old man's words. If you see her face, you're already too late. I run. Branches whip my arms, my face. The forest folds in on itself, paths doubling back. Landmarks in the wrong places. At one point, I trip and drop the camera. When I snatch it up again, the lens shows her only a few feet behind me, gliding instead of walking. Her voice seeps into my ears, into my skull. "Don't leave me. Everyone leaves." I don't stop. I don't look back. By some miracle, or mistake, I burst out onto the road, gasping like I've been drowning. My car is still there. The keys are in my pocket. I don't think. I just drive. That was 2 nights ago. I haven't uploaded the footage yet. I can't even bring myself to play it all the way through. Because in the last clip, right before I made it out, there's audio I didn't hear in the moment. A man's voice. Rough, tired. The same one who warned me. It says, "You brought her with you." So what do you think really happened in Ashwood Forest? Was it just a story? Or did I actually bring something back with me? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. And if you want me to return to the Hollow for a sequel, say the word. Until then, this is the Pale Watcher, keeping an eye on the things that watch us back.